Today we are going to work with one of our local distributors, Linco Equipment Sales of Maryville, Indiana, with the custom installation of a Model SR7 toolbox crane in the bed of a Ford F550 dump truck. Here we meet the owner of Linco Sales Equipment, Noreen Lindsmith. Within this state-of-the-art sales and service center, we will highlight portions of the installation of the toolbox crane and then demonstrate its basic features. This installation is per the client's bid specifications, and the client has training and procedural protocols in place for this unique application. We begin by creating a box-shaped subframe underneath the corner of the bed that will support the crane. Being diligent in acquiring the proper fit-up is critical for proper weld penetration and a structurally sound subframe. The material used for this section is a 3-inch by 3-inch angle and a 3-inch by 8-inch angle. Both are 3/8 inch thick. The welding parameters are as follows. The filler wire is a metal core E70 series 045 diameter. The shielding gas is C25 argon mixture. The ART voltage is 38.9 and the wire speed is set at about 350 inches per minute. The clients specified that the toolbox crane was to be mounted 18 inches above the floor of the bed, up against the bulkhead. Special columns were fabricated to achieve this. The columns were fabricated from 6-inch square tubing with a 1/2-inch wall and 3/4 inch steel plate. The fastening hardware is 5/8 inch grade 8 bolts with grade 8 lock nuts. We are laying out for a hole that will be plasma cut through the bed. The hole will allow the crane's power leads to travel through the support column and then through the floor of the bed. What you don't see is that we are cutting through two pieces of metal at one time, the floor of the dump bed and the subframe beneath the bed. It's time to anchor the bottom flange plate to the subframe beneath the dump bed using the 5/8 inch grade 8 hardware. We use a 1/2-inch drive impact gun to torque down the bolts on the driver's side. We do the same on the passenger side. Now we position the tool crane with the support columns attached over the bottom flange plates. With the columns centered on the flange plates, we check to see if the toolbox crane is square to the bed of the truck. We use wedges in order to align the unit to tack welds. My father had a saying, measure at least twice and only weld once. Funny, I thought he was just preaching. 30 years later, I figured out it's called wisdom. Now that everything is tacked up, here comes my favorite part. We call it run and gun. With the 045 metal core weld wire, it doesn't take long to apply a 1/2-inch to 5/8 inch fillet weld all the way around the columns. We easily pass the power leads from the toolbox crane through the bottom of the bed and not worry about anything within the bed coming in contact with the wiring. The power leads have to travel to the rear of the dump bed before they can make their trip up to the battery. Here's a brilliant idea. Clean the paint off in a few spots under the bed and simply tack weld a length of 1-inch electrical conduit to the bottom of the bed. Attach a lanyard to the power leads and pull the power leads through the conduit. The final step in the installation is to attach the power leads directly to the truck's battery. The red tape found on the crane's wiring indicates the positive lead. The white tape indicates the negative lead. With today's trucks and their electronic controls, you must never use the truck's chassis as an electrical ground. Always attach the power lead directly to the positive post on the battery. This way, the power for the crane comes directly from the battery and your truck's electrical system is separate. The installation is now complete. Now it's time to show just how quick and easy it is to go from a toolbox to a sto-away power crane. The sto-away power crane is so easy to set up because this unit is equipped with our exclusive feather light feature. The controls for the toolbox cranes are identical to the controls found on our bumper cranes, with all the same features including the emergency stop button. So if your workforce is familiar with using a sto-away crane, then operating a toolbox crane will be very familiar to them. When you're done with the crane, in a matter of seconds it can be stowed away back into the toolbox. One interesting feature about this model is the crane will not slam back into the toolbox. In fact, due to its feather light feature, this crane actually has to be pushed down to be put away. For this video, my director calls it a wrap. But before we go, we would like to thank Noreen Lynn-Smith for giving us the opportunity to work with all the fine people that make up Linco Truck Equipment, and to be a part of the excellent equipment and services that Linco provides the Chicagoland area.